So I wanted to show a pretty interesting case for how to best write accessible, detailed link text, descriptive link text. So here I have an actual web page that I've been working on, and I have two examples, two alternative copies of a list item. So here it's a list of telling teachers how to teach better and how to vary your approaches within the classroom. So this bullet point here, it says use classroom technologies such as clickers. The second one was the original example, such as clickers and Poll Everywhere, which is a polling program for engagement and or real-time interaction and feedback. So the second one, it works well visually. I can see that these are hyperlinks, so they link to other pages. However, there's not a lot of context here. It doesn't exactly say when I click on this link where it's going to go. Is it going to go to the Poll Everywhere company page, or is it going to go to a page for Candles, the Center for New Design and Learning and Scholarship, that describes how to use Poll Everywhere? So I can kind of hover over it, and I can see from the URL in the bottom left corner of my browser what it has to do with. So it looks like it's going to commons.georgetown.edu. So it's about the Candles page. But I had to hover over that, and it's still not super clear. Whereas if I look at this second example above, here I put the links in parentheses behind the words that they describe, and so that allows me to give a little more context to the link. So it reads as use classroom technologies such as clickers, and then in parentheses, clickers, Candles technology page. This is clearly a link that's going to a Candles technology page about clickers. And Poll Everywhere, Candles technology page, for engagement in a real-time interaction and feedback. So that's kind of my visual experience. And if I switch to screenreader, here's what both of those sound like.
VoiceOver on Chrome, the Teaching Commons vertical line universal design for selected. End of list. Bullet, use classroom technologies such as clickers. 6 of 9. Clickers, CNDLS technology page. Link. And Poll Everywhere. Poll Everywhere, CNDLS technology page. Link. For engagement and / or real-time interaction and feedback. VoiceOver off.
So what I really like about this first one is that the VoiceOver screen reader, it does this thing where it separates up text if the text has a link or not. So when it first starts the bullet point, it reads, use classroom technologies such as clickers. So it's kind of like a complete phrase. And then there's a pause. And then I move to the next item. It says clickers, Candles technology page, link. So to me, it kind of keeps the data more in context. You don't have like abrupt stopping of the text. Whereas if you look at the second, if I display the second item here.
VoiceOver on Chrome, the Teaching Commons vertical. Bullet, use classroom technologies such as. 7 of 9.
So it just stops, such as what? I don't know until I get to the next.
Clickers, CNDLS technology page. Link.
And the reason it says clickers, Candles technology page, link, is because I have an attribute written in the HTML that has that text there. It's the Aria-Label attribute. So it's used to add additional context for screen readers, and it's not visible to visual users. But that actually serves to mess up the flow of the sentence even more, because first it doesn't tell me what, such as what, it just stops.
Bullet, use classroom technologies such as.
And then instead of just going clickers, it'll say
clickers, CNDLS technology page, link, and.
Then I just have an and. It's just very fragmented.
Poll Everywhere, CNDLS technology page, link. VoiceOver off.
And let me show you what this looks like with the Aria-Label attribute. So here it says Aria-Label, Poll Everywhere, Candles technology page. So the reason I put that in there is so I didn't have to write that in the text. to keep it a little bit cleaner for visual users, but I think it makes a really bad screen reader experience. If I turn the screen reader back on and I go into the rotor and look at the list of links, you'll see that they both come up with the same link text because of the area label. These are going to have the same text, and it's going to have enough context to be understood outside of the phrase that it appears. So let me just show that real quick.
VoiceOver on Chrome. Links. Click poll clickers, CNDLS technology page. Link. Poll clickers, CNDLS technology page. Link.
So it comes out the same in the list of links. But the
no items in links menu. The Teaching Commons vertical line. VoiceOver off.
I like about the first approach is the phrasing when you are listening to it in the body of the text with a screen reader is a lot more fluid and a lot more comprehensible. The additional advantage of putting this text in parentheses behind the word that it's referring to is that it still works with Google automatic translate. So this makes it more accessible to people that are speaking a different language that maybe are not super fluent in English, and people that may be blind or low vision that don't speak English. So I'm going to click on the auto translate here, and I have it configured to translate to French because that's another language that I know. And then I'm going to switch my screen reader voice to a French-Canadian man named Nicolas. And
Nicolas, la meilleure façon de prévoir l'avenir est de l'inventer.
It's going to be a little bit weird because the system language is still in English. So for the English system language words, you'll hear them read with a French accent, which is actually kind of cool and funny. But then the text, because it has been translated to French, the screen reader will be able to read that in French. And you can see here that the text in parentheses has been translated. French is a very similar language to English, so it doesn't look very different. Instead of technology page, or instead of candles technology page, it's page technologie candles, or CNDLS. So it's a really minor difference, but you can imagine with a language that would be much different than English, such as Mandarin, whatever, that could make a huge impact. And we'll see that the auto-translate was not able to translate the area label text in the second example because it just doesn't go into the area label for whatever reason to auto-translate. So let me demonstrate that real quick.
VoiceOver utility. Les communs d'enseignement. Z. Selected. End of bullet. Utiliser des technologies de classe telles que les cliqueurs. 6 of 9. Cliquez, page technologie CNDLS. Link. Et Paul Everywhere. Paul Everywhere page technologie CNDLS. Link. Pour une interaction et slash ou une interaction en temps réel. Bullet. Utiliser des technologies de classe telles que les. C'est of 9. Cliquez, CNDLS Technology page. Link. Et. Paul Everywhere CNDLS Technology page. Link. Pour un engagement et slash ou une interaction en temps réel.
So you see that text, the link text was not translated. Let me go to the list of links here.
Links menu. CN. Retour au Paul Everywhere page technologie CNDLS. Link. Paul Everywhere CNDLS Technology page. Link. Pour un engagement et slash ou une interaction en temps. VoiceOver off.
So for all these reasons, that's why I think that putting, in certain situations like this where you need to add more context for a link in the body of text, it's better to put the link with the more descriptive text in parentheses behind whatever you're describing instead of using the area label attribute. Anyway, that's my video. Thanks for watching.